everybody. This is Brian.
Jason.
And this is the Perfectly Screwed podcast. How's everybody doing out there?
Hopefully having a Merry Christmas, getting ready for the holiday.
You know, actually I might have to work Christmas.
Today is the winter solstice.
I know. I heard. Is it?
You have to work Christmas, you said?
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know yet.
Fuck that.
That's what everybody else says has to work with me.
Yeah, that's...
It is what it is, you know. That's how life must be.
I thought that was a holiday where only, like, select few gas stations are open, you know what I mean?
Well, clearly my job is...
Or your job.
Yeah. is the one that they binge over and do you dry, so...
Right.
It's okay. Corporate America and all. We just gotta love them. Gotta love them. Hey, you better be happy in corporate America that you have a fucking job, all right?
Right.
Be happy
Right.
we give you a pizza party every year.
No,
And just be satisfied. And
It's
sit your ass
fascinating.
down.
I mean, honestly, it is fascinating. Like, corporate factory work, how the people that make the hierarchy is fascinating to me, right? I mean, the people in supervision and management positions that make twice as much money as the people that physically pour in labor, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
At least 40 hours a week.
Oh, yeah.
Physically pouring in labor. I mean,
They won't
without them, your company does not run.
They won't be there on Christmas. Trust me, the corporate managers,
Of course
they'll
not.
be at home.
Of course
But, we got to
Right.
come. Yeah.
But they'll get paid. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, they gave us pizza the other day, so...
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
$500 worth of pizza.
Our job
came,
fed us
I mean.
well. Fed us too, you know?
Yeah.
So that should be enough.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I said to everybody. That's why I refused to eat the pizza, because I was like, what they do is, here's your pizza,
Yeah.
and now be a good little bitch and go back and work.
Right.
Yeah.
Look what I gave you.
Yeah, pat you on the head. We care about our employees. Here's some cheap-ass fucking pizza, and you go back to work and be a good little bitch, all right? Shut the fuck up and stop complaining.
And now, especially now, you're not even viewed as a human being.
Oh, no, you're a number.
No, yeah, you're a number.
You're a number.
on a computer screen.
Yes.
And you're trying to hit a certain number of productivity as a whole, but then also individually you're expected to hit a certain amount of productivity.
Right.
Right.
You know how replaceable you are? This is how replaceable you are. Delete. There,
It's like-
there
I mean,
you
dude,
go. That is how much you mean to the company.
It's like-
They will hit
you
delete
don't-
faster than you know.
You don't want to downplay and be unsympathetic to like how slavery used to be. You know, when people would be physically beaten. You know what I'm saying? But it's modern day slavery.
Yeah, I mean, you have no choice. It's we give you just enough to live.
Yes.
In this country, that's
Right.
what you get.
But you're going to have to physically, I mean, unless you can get into a management position, that's the thing.
Well, even in management, they fuck the managers just harder than they fuck us, really.
Right, just not physically.
No, but the managers got to be there a lot more than we do. A family? Come on now. No.
Right.
In fact, all of my supervisors, day shift and night shift supervisors, are required, no matter what, to be there. They don't even have the option like I do to call in and say, I don't want to come in. Here's a point, have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? If they don't come in, it's their ass.
And
So-
yeah, and to me, it's like, what's the answer? You know,
There is no answer.
what's the right? Because if it's not capitalism, it's communism.
Well, communism sometimes is better.
Well,
yeah,
that's
I
the
said it.
thing. They both right. Well, they both have their pros and cons.
Yeah, they do.
They're really no
They do.
different.
Well, not communism.
It's just that capitalism.
Socialism has more
Capitalism
pros.
allows some people to, you know what I'm saying, earn enough money to earn freedom, basically.
Yeah, depends on who you want to be raped by.
Right.
Right. I mean, it's like this is your choice. You're going to be raped either way, but whose dick would you like? Yeah. So what do you know about life in the 60s, buddy?
I don't. I was born in 1983.
You know nothing about
So,
the 60s.
No.
You don't know nothing about bell bottoms, the Vietnam War, hippies.
Well, I mean, what happened? I mean, JFK was assassinated in the
Correct.
60s.
Civil rights movement.
69, we went to the moon.
Civil rights movement.
So, okay, so you're right.
Women got the right to vote. And it's been downhill ever since.
So a lot was happening in the 60s. I mean, technology was starting to make its way onto the scene, right?
Right? You give them the right to vote, next thing you know, they want, fair labor. And what the fuck's going on?
Right.
Can't smack them on the ass anymore. I mean, Donald Trump can still grab him by the pussy, but that's just Donald. Nobody else.
What's this thing about? Somebody was telling me about Trump about Colorado.
What about Colorado?
Something about they're not putting him on the ballot or something.
They don't want to, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was telling me. I mean, I don't get into politics or anything, so.
I mean, I could care less. I mean, really.
I know you're an avid Trump follower.
I mean, you're fucked one way or the other. I mean, I'm an avid everybody follower. I think Biden's just as cock fucking backwards as Trump.
Right.
I mean, Biden barely makes sense in most of his speeches, but of course at this point Trump isn't either. Trump forgot where he was 3 times, fucking said the wrong name of the town. I'm like, God damn, dude. Can't we get somebody under the age of 72 up in the office?
Right.
Please? We can't keep putting dementia patients that should be in nursing homes in the power
Right.
to cause nuclear war.
Right, one push of a button away.
Right. You got fucking Grandpa Time over here can barely find his drawers, and he's running the whole country. Good job, America.
Right.
Yay.
That's the finger I want on the button.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can't we get somebody, I mean, the age for presidency, I think, is 35.
Right.
Right.
Let's get a 35-year-old.
Right. Can we get a 40-year-old? I mean, you can't find any 40-year-olds that are decent enough to go into the office? I mean, no, they got to find these old fucking codgers that can barely walk up on stage, don't even remember where the fuck they
I want
are.
a badass, motivated 35-year-old African-American female in office.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Well, we have one. Her name is Kamala Harris, and she's
Well, I want a real deal one. You know what I'm saying? A real deal one.
yeah, she's kind of nutty too. But anyways, back to the '60s. Back to the '60s. back in time. But yes, there was. I almost said there was blowjobs. I swear to God, that was on the tip
I'm sure
of my
there was
fucking
back in the 60s.
tongue.
I don't know.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
Right?
Yeah, speaking of blowjobs, on the tip of my tongue. No, but the 60s were bell bottoms, but people still didn't lock their doors. It was very safe.
Right.
Still middle America,
Man went to work, wife raised the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Still very much a pullover from
Mayberry.
the 50s. Mayberry, yeah. Even Boston, which was a huge, huge state at the time. Town. God damn, Boston isn't the state.
City.
Yeah, city. Yeah, Massachusetts is the state for everybody that...
Is Boston the capital?
I don't know. You can look it up. I have no clue. Probably not.
I think it is.
I mean, it's possible. So, today, guys, if I ever get to it, I swear to God I'm getting there, or in a roundabout, crazy way. And, of course, I pulled up this page.
Yeah, it is the capital.
Is it? I pulled up this page and, of course, completely lost my place. You guys are going to have to just
Bear with us for a second.
bear with me because I'm a fuck up, and unfortunately, I fucked up. And now I'm back.
I mean, my parents were born in the 60s.
Were they?
Yeah, my dad was 61. My mom was born in 63.
60? Well, damn, they're young. I mean, they're not that old.
No, 60s.
Okay, I guess we will forego that page because I have no idea where I was.
What are you looking up?
I was trying to look up something to start this off, but unfortunately, I am a complete and utter dumbass.
Have you ever been to Boston? I've never been to Boston.
I've been in Massachusetts, but no, I've never been to Boston. I swear to God, it's really pissing me off. Okay, basically, there was two reporters, okay? And they worked for the Boston Record American newspaper in the 1960s. And their name was Loretta McLaughlin and Gene Cole. And anybody who's watched the movie on Hulu will know exactly who we're talking about, because there's a fictional movie on Hulu about this, and of course many true crime podcasts and stories have been done about this. But we're talking about the Boston Strangler murders today, and two reporters actually broke it. And it's funny because at the time in the 60s, the Boston Police Department basically shooed these two away because they were women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they couldn't. They had no leads, man. No leads whatsoever. The Boston Police Department completely fucked up.
You know what's funny?
This investigation.
Is it like it doesn't seem
from
to matter
ground
to
one.
me what true crime show we do, no matter about who it's about, no matter how many fucking people that they've killed,
Yeah,
wherever they're from or whatever towns these are happening in, the overwhelming, consistent theme always seems to be that the police department is so incompetent. Like, this is our 105th episode, so we've
done a lot of true crime.
We've got to be on at least 25 or 30, right? At least 25 or 30 of those episodes have got to be true crime.
Yeah.
25 or 30 fucking serial killers, all from different towns. Now we're talking about the entire
states,
country.
Yeah, sometimes different countries. We've done a couple from like Germany.
I mean, when you have basic proof that 30 different fucking police departments across this country are incompetent.
Incompetent as hell.
Now you have to start to think that we're not just randomly talking about the only 30 bad and incompetent police departments.
No. Well, look at the Ted Bundy. When we did Ted Bundy, the funniest part of the Ted Bundy thing was the police were there looking at the crime scene. He walks in off the street, past the crime tape, right as the police are investigating the scene, and picks up evidence and walks the fuck away. It's like
the motherfucker
what?
trick motherfucker. He jumped out the goddamn window and got away.
But to walk into a crime scene that you got roped off.
Oh yeah.
Just some passerby guy, pick up evidence and, skip on down the lane like it ain't shit.
Yeah, then that's bad. Don't get me wrong, but at least in that case, he's still a free man. They had this motherfucker in custody and let him get away.
Yeah. Oh, sure, go use that phone, Ted, unsupervised.
You need some privacy.
Yeah.
You need
Don't
some
worry, I'll
privacy.
shut the door.
Yeah. Don't let me bother
I'll shut the door.
Take
You
as
go-
much time as you need.
Yeah. You go in that room with the window that overlooks the bushes, and we'll just go over here, bud.
Right.
I'll go flirt with the court clerk while you're
Right.
out here jumping out the window.
I was trying to score a date with this fucking court.
Trying to get some pussy, Ted.
It's going to take me a while.
Yeah. But I want to give a little bit of credit to the police on this one. First of all, it was the 60s. They had never heard the term serial killer before. There was no such thing in American nomenclature at the time.
That's true.
And being the 60s and the fact that most of these murders, all of them, were committed on women, and most of them extremely elderly women, the police weren't really motivated to necessarily look into the murders as much as they would.
Right.
I mean, it's just a woman.
Yeah, well, they're fucking elderly.
Yeah, they're elderly women.
We're keeping beds open in the fucking nursing homes for people that have money.
I mean, plus, you got to understand, it's the 60s. They were much more worried about raiding gay bars and, communism infiltrating our country and stopping the civil rights movement.
Black people drinking out of the correct water fountains.
Right. I mean, we can't be everywhere.
True.
I mean, God. When you're raiding gay bars and enforcing civil rights, it's really hard to get behind the murder of some women.
100%.
I mean, especially when they're trying to get the right to vote anyways.
It's called priorities, Brian.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck, we gotta have them.
right? And
Damn
right,
it.
right now, we're taking care of the black people.
Right. Right now, we've got some problems going on.
You can't worry about some random dude strangling elderly. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to wipe out half the African American population.
You're
down here in
damn
the
right.
South.
Gotta stop the
God
gays
damn.
and communists from taking over our
We
city.
can't let these black people walk down the street. It's fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I mean, we might, there's clearly gay bars in the city. We can't let
No.
consenting adults fuck each other any way they want.
No.
We've got to stop it. It can only be done in the privacy of your home with a woman.
Right. We
Jesus.
were trying to stop the outbreak of AIDS.
You're damn right. That didn't happen yet.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, we tried to prevent it. God damn it.
But damn gay bars. Anyways, the Boston Strangler is the name given to the murder of 13 women. See, he was only 13. I mean,
That's not bad.
Compared to Bundy, that's a drop in the bucket.
Right. They caught him in time.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny part. They don't know if they ever caught him. Look, Albert DeSalvo confessed to the murders, but he was wrong about so many details.
Right.
And there were so many other suspects that fit the profile much better than DeSalvo that, yes, DeSalvo was convicted of the murders, but they've also proven since then with DNA that DeSalvo was at least guilty for one of the murders, the very last one, because they found his DNA at the scene.
Right.
But DeSalvo was also kind of a student of another guy who was suspected of doing these. So they don't know how much involvement DeSalvo had in the murders, or if it was both of them, or if there was a whole trio. Plus, there's the dude David Parker. Maybe his name is David Parker. They've never really officially released his name. He was a mentally unstable Harvard law student. And he was very... They were trying to pin the murders on him, and it looked really good that he might do it. Then the motherfucker moved to Michigan. Some murders happened in Michigan that were similar. But then they said the murders in Michigan were by another guy, so...
Yeah. Crazy.
But this guy's name has never been released, and if he was part of the Strangler killings, he completely got away.
Right. Right.
But is the name of the murder of 13 women in Greater Boston during the early 1960s. The crimes were attributed to Albert DeSalvo based on his confession on details revealed in court and during a separate case, and DNA evidence linking him to the final victim, although the DNA evidence wasn't at his trial. Well, kind of. But it was in infancy back then. I mean, severe infancy, so...
What, DNA testing?
Yeah. So in the years following DeSalvo's conviction, but prior to the emergence of this DNA evidence, various parties investigating the crime suggested that the murders, sometimes referred to as the Silk Stocking murders, were committed by more than one person. Initially, the crimes were assumed to be the work of one unknown person dubbed the Mad Strangler of Boston. On July 8th, 1962, the Sunday Herald wrote that a mad strangler is loose in Boston. That's some front page headlines right there for you. I mean...
Right.
No, I mean, there's no way that would...
I mean, how do you feel when you pick up the paper that morning?
that would in no way cause a public panic at all. There's a mad strangler loose in the city. What? Since when, guys?
And that's why people lock their doors.
Yeah, lock your doors, bar your windows. Fuck. There's
Right.
a guy coming around strangling everybody. He's just crazy. Walks in your house, just strangles your shit out of your ass.
But it is crazy. I mean, honestly, Boston's obviously a bigger city than we live in, but especially back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you take that? A mad strangler loose in the city.
Really, back then, Boston probably wasn't much bigger than the city we live in now.
Yeah.
It was about the same size as Marion is now.
So you would be paranoid. I would.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because then it's like, who is it?
Well, I
Could
mean,
be anybody.
they went on to say in the Sunday Herald, now, this is not only a paper, this is the Sunday paper. This is the one everybody gets. So they went on to say that a mad strangler is loose in Boston. And they titled the article, Mad Strangler Kills 4 Women in Boston. So at least they put it out there. It's only women.
Right.
So you guys don't have to worry. Nobody's strangling some dudes.
Right.
It's only some
we're
girls.
playing the percentages right now.
Right, you're good.
Right.
You're good. So the killer was also known as the Phantom Fiend and the Phantom Strangler because he had an ability for to get women to allow him into their apartments, which is weird about this case. It's very strange. There was no forced entry on any of these killings. He talked his way in
Oh, wow.
to these women's houses.
Yeah.
And they opened the door and, like, willingly let him in. So they think he was posing as a repairman or something,
Yeah.
like that. So that, or maybe a cop, they said, so he could get in. Then once he get in,
Yeah.
he took his time. So 2 investigative reporters for the Record America, Gene Cole and Loretta McLaughlin, they wrote a 4-part series about the killer, dubbed him, and they're the ones that gave him the name the Boston Strangler.
Okay.
They're the ones that came up with the name. So by the time DeSalvo had confessed, the name was synonymous with the killer. So here we get into this.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around putting myself in the victim's shoes. You know what I'm saying, dude? You're just having a nice day at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in the comfort of your own home. Somebody knocks on your door, you answer it. He seems like a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You let him in, dude, and then the next thing you know,
Yeah, this motherfucker's
you're being
raping and
fucking
strangling
strangled to death.
and raping you. Not only that, this is the one that used to tie a bow tie around their necks. He killed them. He killed them with their own stockings.
Wow.
Like, he would get their silk stockings out of the drawer, strangle them to death, and then he would usually position them in a bathtub and tie a bow in the stockings around their neck like a present.
Right. I mean,
there's sickness, and then that's just
Right.
twisted shit,
yeah,
dog.
this is fucked up.
Just calm down there, homie. We don't need the presents. He's like, here you go.
This is for you guys.
Yeah, unwrap this.
Right.
Yeah.
God damn.
So, between June 14, 1962 and January 4th, 1964, so this went on quite a while.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
A little, yeah.
Yeah. 13 single women between the ages of 19 and 85 were murdered in the Boston area. Most were sexually assaulted and strangled in their apartments. Police believe that one man was the perpetrator with no signs of forced entry into their homes. The women were assumed to have let their assailant in, either because they knew him or because they believed him to be an apartment maintenance man, a delivery man, or some other serviceman. The attacks continued despite extensive media publicity. After the first few murders, many residents decided to purchase tear gas and new locks and deadbolts for their door. Well, I would assume
Yeah.
What are you going to do with tear gas? You going to fuck him up and you just say fucking
No shit.
Well,
Unless you bought the mask to go with it.
yeah, I guess.
Right.
Some women even moved out of the area in response to the killings. The murders occurred in several cities, actually, including Boston. This complicated jurisdictional oversight for prosecution of the crimes. Massachusetts Attorney General Edward W. Brooke helped to coordinate the various police forces. He permitted parapsychologist Peter Hurkos?
Yeah, we'll go with Hurkos.
Okay. To use his alleged extrasensory perception to analyze the cases.
Wow. Remote viewing?
They were so lost. They were so not knowing what was going on. They were so backwards that the police goes, you know what, we got to get a medium in here.
It's but it's interesting because isn't the 60s smack dab in the middle of MK Ultra?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh.
So they're trying out all these different...
Look, we have no idea who's killing all these girls. Let's get a psychic. I mean, who's the one that proposed this at the police meeting?
Well, but at least I'll give this police department a little bit of credit. You know what I mean? They're at least showing some humility and humbleness.
We have no idea what's going on.
Right.
We're complete dumbasses. So I think a psychic's the best way we can go here, guys.
Right. So bring in Sylvia Brown.
Bring in Peter Hokus.
Let's see if she can summon up the dead corpses' fucking spirits and see if they'll tell us.
If Peter can get these crystals out,
right,
we got it.
That's just good fucking hard-nosed, nose to the grindstone police work.
There's evidence. There's evidence.
Yeah.
That's how you make a court case.
Of course.
That's how you do it. The psychic told me, Your Honor, it had to be Albert DeSalvo.
Right.
We knew it because Peter here.
Right.
He saw it in a vision quest. Yes.
He talked to the deceased.
Yes. He talked to them, yes. He was on LSD at the time, Your Honor, but I'm telling you, the man is rock solid.
Right. He talked to God, Your Honor, and are you going to tell me God doesn't know what's going on?
Damn right.
You son of a bitch.
Right. So,
can we get a good God-fearing Christian judge in here? This is ridiculous.
It is complete nonsense. So Hercos claimed that it was only one person. I mean, that's what he gave him. He said, hey, I'm telling you, the spirits are telling me it's only one guy. No need for you to look for multiple suspects. Because I'm telling you, the spirits told me it was one man.
Right.
In the story. I mean, he didn't give him a name or any details, but he did tell him it was only one person.
Right.
So
they got that's a huge chunk of information. I can't believe with that much information it took him a year and a half to catch him.
Now, then Hercos went on to provide a very detailed description of the exact wrong person.
Yes. Yes.
Quality police work right there, boy.
Get the fucking girl reporter if you fucking know who did it the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get her out of here.
Get this fucking psychic in here.
Damn right.
Let's get this goddamn thing wrapped up.
Damn right. I mean, it doesn't matter. He gave us the description of the wrong guy.
Put way too many resources on this.
Gave him a description of the wrong person. Man, he's doing good. Batting 1,000, that old Peter.
So, like, at this point, am I more scared that I might get fucking randomly strangled? Or am I more scared that some fucking psychic is going to fucking accuse me of being a goddamn killer? You know what I mean? Because if he's out here describing the wrong fucking people, fuck, he could describe anybody. This is Brian Kennedy, sir. I'm seeing it clear as day. That's crazy.
So the press and the public ridiculed the police for using this psychic.
How dare them?
I mean, it seems like solid.
Them?
It seems like solid evidence.
Right? You guys have a better idea?
I'm saying.
Jesus.
Come on.
Fuck out of here.
Oh,
what would you want me to get on it?
Why don't you just get some?
The detective on it? You don't have a fucking clue.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just get some D&D dice, roll it, and be like, "Yeah, that's him."
Absolutely.
Brown hair. We got brown hair here.
Just bring in fucking 6 or 7 dudes, line them up, bring in some random dude to pick them out, and let's go.
Yeah, let's stop playing.
Fucking
stop it.
I mean, like you said, let's just roll the dice and make it let's just spin the roulette wheel and see who killed him.
So the police believe that they were not convinced that it was the actions of one person. They thought this might be multiple killers. But the public believed that...
Psychic put that to rest.
Yeah, not only did he, the public also believed it was only one person. There was also some connections to a majority of the victims in hospitals, and also connections to Harvard, where this person that they interviewed but was never convicted happened to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harvard Medical, where he
Gotcha.
was, enrolled in school. But since he was never brought up on charges and we have no idea what his name was, we will go on.
Right.
That's right. Okay. Well, we're going to end this episode now. Seems like a good place to stop. And we will pick it up on part 2 on episode 106. So if you enjoyed this one, please listen to part 2. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, later.